for this, did they?
They will be. They'll make that. I've got to make a poster. I've got to print out. What I'll do is I'll do a new version of the poster, because what Load has done, Load magazine,
Yeah.
they just have like the names and all written down, and like maybe one or two pictures as a separate. They did just the information. So if I maybe had one picture of the Tai Chi and that, and made it a more simple poster with when things are wrong, I think that will work. Yeah, just to change that. I'm going to change the poster and get it professionally printed and have like little flyers I can leave at the post office and that, and see if that, because then you can give them to people and they can give it to their friends. So,
Well, you're here in the Bullbeck Beacon, but hasn't attracted many more people.
yeah. Did I put it in the Bullbeck Beacon? Was there another?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, good. So just lengthen through the spine and sink the hips. And we were doing the Fasun Gong, weren't we? We did the whole of the Fasun Gong. So we'll carry on with that and look at the silk reading and see how we get on. And hopefully stop for tea at some point. I've got some oat milk with me as well, which is actually nicer than soya. It tastes almost like milk.
Okay.
Well, it's the closest plant equivalent, or we've got actual real milk.
Yeah, actually will.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's really bad, Cambridge. One, there's potholes everywhere, and two, there's traffic lights, extra traffic lights everywhere. It's, yeah.
You ought to try some of the back roads out in the Fen. They're terrible.
Oh, yeah.
As well as the
Yeah.
potholes, they're all riddled up
One's,
the whole surface.
the one between here and that road, I can't remember the name of the road. You end up coming across,
Yeah.
and then you turn right to get up to
Yeah.
go along.
Yeah,
I can't remember what
yeah.
that road's called,
No.
but
It's got
it's,
some pretty good potholes in it.
there's giant ones. It's almost like it's really big. You could probably put a swimming pool in one of them.
Right, yes.
Really amazing potholes, and then at one point in that road in, and then you've got the big main road, and you go over the main road,
Yeah.
and then you go right to get
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 mile bottom,
yeah, 6 Mile Bottom. Yeah, they there's like a couple in a row, so you go that way, and then you have to go that way.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. They've not fixed
Yeah.
them yet. They've been there for ages as well. They've been there at least a month.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. Which council is it for this area? Do you know? Is it?
County, overall county council, yeah.
Yeah.
Suffolk starts at Newmarket.
Yeah, I think it's Cambridgeshire. So keep breathing. Somebody. Oh, good. Keep breathing some more, that's it. And sink the hips back and down. I'm surprised should have been at least another Zoom, but never mind, we've got one, so that's good. So tall through the body. And just open the arms and just let it's very soft feeling. So, oh yes, I went to see Eva and Carell on Saturday, just for half a day, and had an update on white Apophis fruit, actually. So I'd quite like to, if we get a chance, after tea, we'll look at white Apophis fruit, because there's not that much difference, we'll just do about, there's not that much difference to what I thought it was. And there's slightly, yeah. I mean, there wasn't enough for me to need to record them doing it to look at the video. It was just a real minor stuff, but it was quite interesting. So what you can do when you're doing bounce is you can transfer your weight. So I'll have done quite a lot of Tai Chi in the last week, because I'll have done on Thursday. Me and my assistant, we're doing a 3-hour training course with Mark Peters in the Yang style Tai Chi Qigong, which should be very fun, and hopefully be able to start going through that next week and revisiting that. So I wanted to get the Fasun Gong a little bit more practice again. What I might do is I'll write after tea, at tea break, I'll write to Shan and say if she wants to come on Zoom, she could do it sitting down on Zoom.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of students that have got various conditions, or, or they've got COVID or a flu or a cold or something, they're trying to keep it to themselves, and then I said, well, just come on Zoom. So we're just back in the middle. Oh, and then we just do shake. So yeah, we looked at shake on Saturday, and the trick to shake is to really relax, because the more relaxed you are, and also think about your posture, so the chin's tucked in, the head's floating, and the more relaxed you are, the easier it is to do the shaky thing. There was a couple of new people turned up on Saturday, and there was me and Alia, she's another Tai Chi instructor under Corella Never, and then the other scary thing was we'd worked out I'd been training with the Kaskubas coming up to 20 years. It will be 20 years from June or something. It was like, oh. How'd that happen? So that was a bit scary. But yeah, you just want to relax. And we're all breathing. Very good. Fantastic. And then we'll do the silly bit. So you just come up. So with this one, you want to make sure you haven't got any keys in your pocket. And then we come up and we stretch, lovely stretch, and then that's why you don't want keys in your pocket. So I mentioned that to Emma, and she goes, oh yes. She's gone, ouch. So if you're practicing it at home, check your pockets, get your keys out, and then you do it. But the shaking is very good. I'll phone Emma up and say, why is the shaking very good? I mean, I just like it. It just feels... It's a good way of relaxing and checking you're relaxed. And here we go up, and then there's a stretch. Feel the stretch, then you release the stretch. That's it. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, it's just so well.
There was a brief dance craze back in about 1970,
Right.
which was the hippie
Oh, the
shake.
hippie shape, yeah. Oh, is this like it?
Yes,
Oh, excellent.
I think so.
And right, yeah. I don't know what, I just find that very satisfying. It's very good. So we just go back to the bounce and just very slow, we just do it in slow motion. So we won't spend too long warming up today. I just want to, because the Fasun Gong kind of is its own warm up in itself. breathe in and out. That's it. And then turn the palms up. Very good. Yeah, it was really nice not to have to drive all the way from London this morning, actually. It was good. I've got a lot of driving in this week. Wednesday I'm playing in Brighton, which means I'm going to miss class. So I'm a bit sad about that, but...
Right.
Brighton.
Ah.
I mean, I won't see much of it. I'm just driving there, playing, driving back to Cambridge, but... so.
This is probably your world tour, is it?
And then I was very happy to find out that Bottisham is running from next week after half term. It's half term this week, so I'm really pleased about that. That's just an hour on a Tuesday. We're doing like a little introductory course thing. I don't know if it's going to go in the summer term either, but that's fine. 4, 3, 2, 1, and check. So transfer the weight and turn. Just keep breathing. So notice what you're feeling under your feet. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Any questions about loosening before we move on to more loosening? Excellent. Right. Hopefully this room will decide to get warm at some point today. That'd be nice. Sink the hips back and down. And then, oh yeah, that's it. You want to get the weight in the front third of the foot first, float the head, and then sink. Just to kind of slot yourself in the correct place. And you also want to watch the alignment of the knees with the toes. So the knees with the toes. And we'll just take a few slow breaths. Now focus on the shoulder joints and lengthen, so you've got the nice open feeling in the palms. I'll just come a bit closer for the video. So we've got nice open palms, relaxed wrists, open palm, very good. Yeah, and then that one. And there's a bit of bounce in the knees. I'll show you that from the diagonal view. That's it. So let go more in that shoulder joint and think more about the arm as it goes back. Very good. So nice and tall. Nice and tall, and turn the waist. I'll show you that from the back. So you want to turn your waist. Very nice. So, yeah. Use your feet. So the movement starts in the feet, which will be very useful when we get to doing the white 8 offers fruit. 4, 3, 2 and 1. And wobbling. So I'm hoping to see the Kascubas again at some point, either this month or next month or something. They've got a keep breathing small. Was that me?
It's mine, sorry.
Is that yours? Okay, no, that's fine. So relax the palms of the hands, relax the wrists, relax the elbows and shoulders, sink the hips, and breathe in. Very nice. Okay. Let's do the one that works the brain. Let's just kick forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then kick out to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5. A very gentle kick, so very soft on the knee joint. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then this one, just bring your heel to your glute. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Right, and then for fun, the new one, I'll just demonstrate it. It's good for the hips and it's also brilliant for the brain. If you can't do this how I'm doing it, just do a variation or an adaptation. So you can do something. If it's harder, if it's too tricky, you can make something up and improvise your own version. Great. Demonstrations. So you go like this. 1, 2, then you go 3, 4.
Do that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Jump on when you think you've got it. 1, 2, 4. So you keep your arms relaxed. I mean, if you're really bored, you might be at the doctor's surgery waiting to see the doctor or the nurse, and this would keep you occupied for hours, wouldn't it?
You could probably throw an out.
2, 3, 4. So you can just do the feet if you want. You could just go like that, like that, like that, like that. If you don't want to do it with the hands, or you can do it with the hands as well. I've lost count. Yeah. So I'm staying upright. I'm staying upright. I'm trying to stay upright. Bring your foot and your hand together. Bring your foot and your hand. So you're keeping your body in a good as possible alignment. It's good, isn't it? Can you feel your brain knitting extra bits together? It's fantastic.
I feel my brain not being able to cope with it.
Excellent. No, it's good. It's very, very good. So, and then what you can do is you can play around with it. So you can maybe go like this, like that. You know, and just have a bit of play. Keep you occupied for hours. Very nice. But I don't know the name of that movement. It's that Zedong, Master Zedong on TikTok. He has these amazing little exercises that it takes ages to work out because he only does it for a few seconds and then you've got to go, right, play it again. But he's very, very good for the, how's his other one? It's like this and you go like that.
Sort of windmill.
Like a windmill, but a windmill that turns, and when he does it, he goes, but I'm quite happy doing the go slow windmill. It's quite good. It's because I'm going to move. That should be on. Well, that's on. I'm going to move that over there. Mustn't. There we go. That should. Don't forget my phone's there. Just I've done that because of the echo thing. It's easier if I log into Zoom on a different thing, then just in case it goes wrong in that one, I've got a spare version of me because sometimes it's thrown me out of my own meeting, but then I've got my backup, which is my phone. But the only problem is because there's a delay, you hear my voice twice. It's a bit disconcerting. But yeah, so we'll try that arm one, just because another one, anything that works the brain is really, really good. Even if you can't do it, anything that works the brain is fantastic for balance. Because the balancing requires a lot of bits of your brain to be able to work properly. This is very seriously oversimplified. I mean, a brain scientist or a physiologist would be laughing at my explanation. But you know, you can look up all that, how it actually works. But the balance, there's different areas of the brain that are all involved in balance. So by doing exercises that practice using different bits of the brain at the same time, I think it's just a healthy thing to do. So even if you can't do the movement, and you're just fudging it, even doing that bit, that's still going to be working all different bits of the brain. So it's worth, you know, with these sorts of exercises, because this works your balance, it works your coordination. And then I was saying you can kind of make something up. So you could do it that way. You know, you could play around with it. But what I do is I go outside, outside, inside, inside, just because it's easier to remember. Then you can just do that, and you can do it sitting down in the chair. I tried it out, and I was thinking, well, is this adaptable for a chair? And it is. You just do that when you're sitting down in a chair, and actually it's much easier, and it will still work your brain. So anything, balance exercises are great for balance, brain exercises are also good for balance, but because you're doing that, it works your hip joint. So it will help your hip joint get flexible as well, which is good, as we like. So let's just very gently just tune into your arms. Notice the arms, see what you feel. Keep breathing. Fantastic. Okay. So I'm hoping my grey heron t-shirt, I had to get this out. I washed them all over the weekend, but they're still not quite dry yet, and I wasn't great. They'll be good when I get back home this afternoon. They'll be all nice. But so this is Tai Chi Union for Great Britain. They're my kind of governing body.
It's the Korean flag, isn't it?
I don't know. It's a Tai Chi symbol, but they kind of make it like someone squished it and sent it that way for some reason. I think it's just like artistic interpretation. It's got the yin yang on it. So we'll just do this one. Just feel the So just make sure the arms are nicely warmed up, the waist is warmed up, and then we can get on with the Fasun Gong. So we're looking at Fa Sol Gong, a little bit of silk reading, and White Ape Offers Fruit today, just so we can. And relax. And then we'll just do this one. Pen waves its wings. So this actually is very easy now compared with what we're going to do now. We'll do one. I might write up a message him, the guy on TikTok. He's really, really good. He's a proper kind of Tai Chi master. The way he moves is really good, but it's more on the sort of Kung Fu end of Tai Chi, like what Barry does. More for like different to what I do with Corella Never, which is a lot more internal and a lot quieter. But it's all of it is good. All of it is good. It's good to have. It's like different. It's like in classical music. You'll get one piece that's a bit kind of bombastic, and then you'll get a piece that's very, very, very subtle, and it's all good. Change. And turn. They're all breathing. And don't forget to breathe. Yeah.
Always a good idea.
That's it. Oh, okay, now we're... Okay, so this is the one I've been trying to do for the last week or so. So you turn, you have one hand like that, one hand like that. Then you turn like that. Then you come back, and then you go to the middle. Then you turn, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, I told you, 2, 3, 4. This is the only speed I can do it in. And then you kind of, whoops. Oh, it's really hard to keep, oh, I got stuck. I'll do it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, we'll do it at that speed, that's plenty fast enough. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So it's flat, vertical, horizontal. Vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. Right, have a little rest. So you need to know when your arms are vertical or when your arms are horizontal.
That's good.
These are vertical or horizontal. So vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. So it's easy doing it like that. Actually, we can do that, can't we? So we'll do it without the turn. So we go vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, that's easy, isn't it? Vertical, horizontal. But just so we know what horizontal feels like. Now notice what horizontal feels like. Now notice what vertical feels like. So you can feel one pointing up and one hanging down.
Right.
So we're just staying there. We're just getting in our vertical frame of mind. Now let's go back to horizontal. Feel what that feels like. Oh, now notice what vertical feels like. That's good, isn't it? So you want to relax. I'll relax the shoulder more and sink the hips. Oh, you could stay like that all day then, and it's very nice. And then we've got horizontal, back to vertical, horizontal, vertical. So with those two extremes in mind, then what you do is he turns to the corner and then goes vertical, then horizontal. So the hand that's high goes down and the hand that's down goes up. There you go. Then you go to vertical, then you go to horizontal and then he turns to the front. Then he goes vertical, horizontal-ish, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. See, simples. Right, let's, and then eventually you kind of do it, I can do it without that turning that way. I can do it like this. He does it at least that fast. And his arms, look, you can't actually, they're a blur. They're a blur when he does it. I'm going to keep practicing it at that speed. And then eventually we're going to give it a go at trying to do it at super speed. Because then, let's see, I'll give it a bash. Yeah, I haven't quite got it yet, it just feels completely wrong. I feel like I'm flailing, but it's definitely improving by doing it really, really super slow and actually saying the words vertical, horizontal and trying to match them up. So the problem is you say the word horizontal and then your arms are vertical. Once you get through that stage and then it's all consistent, and I can feel it doing really beneficial things for my brain, even though I'm just messing it up all the time. It's useful. It's a good exercise, isn't it? You can feel, you've got all room in the shoulders. Let's just, yeah, we'll do this one. And if you do it slowly and with your breathing, it becomes like it's a qigong exercise, basically. It's very good, it's working your breath, it's working your energy, and it's all very nice. But yeah, he wears a white outfit with the traditional shoe things and a moustache and long hair and very serious expressions. I really think it's brilliant. But I mean, he might have an online course because you can learn. There's a lot of people now because of the busy lifestyles we lead, and also because of you can't go to a country and train with someone. You can learn with them on Zoom, you can learn with them online. There's pretty comprehensive online training now. Okay. Okay, great. Let's just go through the Fasun Gong. Let's transfer the weight. So we'll be having tea at 35 past, because we'll carry on till 10 past, unless you need to leave at 12 o'clock. But I want to make sure you all get your money's worth. But yeah, I hadn't realised how appalling the Cambridge roadworks and pothole club was. It's wow. What's going on?
Are they any better down in London?
No, it's worse. It's worse. Yeah, it's. I mean, I do need to do something about the amount of cars and that, but I'm not sure. And then just very gently raise the heel, put the foot down. you just have to, well, if you open the door, you get the bird song, so really good this time of year. One more time each side, fantastic. Very good. Then you're going back to the middle, and then we've got this one. So it's a circular movement, and then with the one more time each side, and then we'll do it with a heel lift. One more time each side. Fantastic. This one. So with this one, you really need to relax the arms. Just let them go. That's it. That's much better, everyone. We can now do the weight shift. So I'm hoping that Eva is going to come here or Reach. Either of those halls would be lovely because they're both quiet, especially Reach has got all the birdsong around it and relatively quiet, although this is pretty quiet. For a day's seminar in maybe one of the animal qigongs, there's this really lovely set, 5 animal and 8 animal qigong, and she's a really good teacher. But I just got to organise it and try and make it on a day that she can make. So circling the wrists. Okay, one more time each side. Well done. Okay. Pressing the palms. So while you're doing these movements, monitor your alignment and the contact through the feet. Okay, now we'll do the transfer in the weight. So then you can really feel the feet. You want to just tune into the feet. And then raise the hips. One more time, each side. Diagonal flying. That's it. So be very clear in your movements and shapes in the hands. So, there's a little waist turn I'm doing, actually. It's not what Mark was doing, it's just something I've kind of added, I guess, just to help the arms move, swap round easier. So I bring the hand down, I turn the waist, I hold the ball, and then I go like that, and it just makes the transition a bit, it feels nice. As bad it feels. When you go there, it's like we're mixing something in a bowl, and then you can raise the heel, you see. Then you go back in the middle, feet flat on the floor, and then raise the heel. There we go. So you want to be very definite about where your arms are in relation to the body. So palm up, palm down. Palm up at the top, palm down at the bottom. That's it. One more time at each side. Lovely. Fantastic. So movement number 6. So you've got grab the cup of hot chocolate, stroke the cat. There we are. So you've got the tiger's mouth. The tiger's mouth. So you're going like that. So if someone was to put a cup in your hand, you'd be able to drink. Well, you turn it around that way, but you want to have the hand, and then you stroke down. So we'll do it without the weight transfer, just to get the arm shapes correct. So to show you from the diagonal view, like that. Turn, sink down. Transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. Then with a heel raise and down. So there's a communication happening between the hands. Four more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Transfer the weight, turn, the hands come around. So it's just called swinging arms, this one, but it's like a shaped version of what we do normally at the beginning of the classes, but it's a so make sure you're watching the alignment of your knees. Make sure your knees are in line with the toes, and then we're going to raise the heel, and it turns, it pivots on the ball of the foot, so that the toes point towards each of the corners. The toes point towards the front, the corners at the front corners. That's it. One more time each side. Fantastic. Okay. Next one is shooting the palms. We just brush past the palms to show that from the. That's it. We just set those up, and then we can do it with the. And then with the heel raise. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Okay, and then pouring the energy from one palm to the other. So we just come around. We'll just do it plain first without any weight shifting. Just to get the... So keep yourself quite still and just get the arms to move. Just get the arms to move, and we're all breathing. Okay, now we'll try it with the weight transfer. So transfer the weight, and you're keeping yourself upright. Transfer the weight and raise the heel. Keep your breathing. So open and close and soft hands. One more time each side. Phoenix rises from the ashes. So we just get ourselves set up first. So you just place your foot forward, have a little, just move around, make sure they're nice and correct, and then we're rising from the ashes. So Phoenix rises from the ashes. We come up and we go down. Up. It's better, isn't it? It's feeling much easier, I think. Yeah, it's nice. Once you've learnt all the moves, it's just nice to spend a few weeks just sort of cementing them in, or, settling them in. And then we'll just do 10 each leg. That's plenty. Okay, 5. That's it. Soften, really soften. Just feel the chest gently open. 6. 7. It's nice. I love the image as well. Phoenix rising from the ashes. They're very beautiful. 9. And one more time. 10. Was that the Firebird suite? It was about a phoenix. The Firebird, isn't it?
Yeah,
The phoenix, they're called the Firebird. Yeah, I'm just thinking, because they don't just have phoenixes in one country, it seems to be a universal
The whole
thing.
series of mythologies, isn't it?
Mythology, yeah, because you get, it's quite strange that in different countries, you'll get similar flavours of mythology, almost developing spontaneously within that culture, but then you'll go, oh, well, there was so and so. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So Phoenix rises from the ashes. So we come down and we come up to this real feeling of openness as well. So it's a good one for the chest. And then going down. And then sink the weight back, open the chest. That's it. So you want to set yourself up in a nice bow and arrow stance. This is also called hill climbing stance. When I used to do a style of kung fu, it's called, it's hill climbing stance, but it's called bow and arrow stance, or gong bu in not very good Mandarin. Bu means posture, I think. Bu can be translated as posture or stance, way of standing. That's it. So push. So use your feet on this. Try to see if you can emphasise your feet and feel what's happening in the feet. That's it. Two more. Yeah, we did a few extra on this side just to get our roll boos a bit more solid. That's that's it. And because if you set up your gombo correctly, then you're very solid in it, and there's no wibbly wobblies to the side. If you do get the wibbly wobblies, it's probably because your stance is too narrow. It needs to be more on a sort of rectangular base. So we'll have a look at gombo at we're perilously close to tea break, so let's do the final move of the set. So we've done all 12, I think. Let's have lost count. I don't think I've lost count. I think we did all 12. Okay, then we do 2 more. I think he does 8. Well, when we did it in Birmingham, we done eight of these to finish off. It's quite nice. And the last one. And that was the 12th move. So we bow. Oh, great. Okay. Let's pause for a tea break, and then we'll come back and we'll have a look at White Popper's fruit. It's got a lot more subtle, so I'll just pause the recording for now. Oh, it's got about 15 or so minutes. So we'll just start with some basic silk reading, and then we'll change it into White Ape offers fruit. Should we put a bit more light? Have we got enough light in here?
Yeah.
Can you see all right, everybody? Yeah? Okay, that's great. Yeah, I'll just come a bit closer for the silk reading. So we just take a slightly wider stance. You don't have to go, you don't have to get too enthusiastic about it. And then yes, I've been learning some very useful movement from the cat. She's, so you want to get yourself nice and tall. So the head's floating, the hips are sinking. The hips are sinking back and down, and the chin's tucked in. And you want to keep yourself level. So those of you that are online practicing at home, or watching later practicing at home, if you have a mirror, because you can all of you can access the classes, you can do them as many times as you like them. So what I like to do, especially when Mike's class, he teaches on a Wednesday, because he normally packs a lot in the improvers class. You watch the video again and again, and then you think, oh, what was that bit, what was he saying? And you can rewind, and because it's hard to remember everything, isn't it? So we're doing this, we're just transferring the weight and turning the waist. And if you use a mirror, or like we've got them big windows in this hall, and if it's dark outside and it's light inside, you can then see your reflection and use the mirror to check your posture. But once you've done that, shut the curtains and then try and feel your way into correct alignment. So eventually you can feel through kinesthetic awareness whether you're upright or not upright. So like when we were doing that exercise earlier, we were doing horizontal and vertical. You want to be vertical rather than like that, or you want to, but it's quite tricky. We'll just do the silk reading. So we go out, down, in at the bottom, turn the waist and go up. Now when I did this with Eva, you feel a stretch. Now the other thing I very much like to recommend is Eva's classes. She teaches at horrible o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, but they're completely free. And she's been teaching since I think like 1984, 85, and she started. So Carol started Tai Chi in 78, and she started Tai Chi in 82. but she had already was an established yoga instructor, so she already knew about body mechanics from the yoga, and she still does a little bit of yoga. She does some stretching. So she was already a highly skilled person that basically transferred. So she really knows her stuff, and she's teaching completely for free on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8:30 for half an hour. But I've been definitely going to the Wednesday class. I'm going to try and start getting to the Tuesday class, because I'm finding if I spend a few hours with the Kaskubas each week, it's just beneficial for everybody, including my students, because I go, here, look what I've just learned. And it's really, really good. It's quite nice. And she's very happy for my students to come in the free class, because she said about how nice it was to see. It's John and Rosemary that I've never actually met Rosemary in real life. I've only ever seen her on Zoom, but it's nice seeing her in my teacher's class. So you just put your hand there, and we're just sinking. And I try that the other side. So it's quite good. So she's invited me to do start doing some Bagua with her, which is another internal art. Which is starting, I think, on the 3rd of March or something. I don't know, but I'm going to try and see them online at least once a week, and face to face at least once a month, just because they're really, really good.
Where are they based?
Reading. So it took me, because I was cat sitting, I had to drive in from where I was staying. It took me nearly 2 hours. And I've possibly got a speeding ticket as well. Because I was coming in too fast, and I'd slow down. Oh, look, there's speed cameras, I better slow down. But then there was 2 flashes by the time you lose concentration, and you could be doing anything. Because they're dangerous things, cars. I think they were a really bad invention. And then now we're going the other direction, so we do this one. So like this. And you want to be soft, smooth and slow, and it's generated, the movement is generated from the feet. So feel what's happening in the feet. Feel what's happening in the feet, and then you want to shape your arm into the correct shape. That's much better. I mean, if you all compared how you're moving now to how you were moving when you started Tai Chi, you'd be impressed. So you want to use your kinesthetic awareness to check that you're correctly aligned. Check the correct line. And we just try this side. Try the other side now. So always try and do both sides. I'm also trying to save up money to go and see them in person for the residential weekend. Fabulous. Okay, so just to lull us into a full sense of security. Now let me try and remember what it was I learnt on Saturday morning about the white ape offers fruit. So I'm just going to do a little bit of, so we got that bit. And this bit was a lot more subtle. Actually, it's a lot more subtle. And then there was a very marginal weight shift, but actually you just went like that, rather than doing, doing, doing. That, I guess that's the beginner's version, but the version they did was, it was very difficult to see what was going on. So you could tell it was more advanced, because very subtle weight shifts. So this bit was normal, but you can make it quite small. Then there was a slight feeling of stretch, and then the hands went like that. And then this bit doesn't pull out as much now. It just pulls out a little bit. So for those of you that have been doing the second Shibashi set with me, I don't know if I've done that, the bend the bow, the shoot the arrow, where they go like that. It feels more like that version that Professor Len Hao Sheng does than the from the Baduan Jin, which actually I prefer because it's just cool. But you know, I think both. It's that opening movement, and you feel the opening across the chest, and this nice open and tall. You know this. So when you do the, I think what we might do is maybe just do it without the footwork, and just get that nice and then the other thing she mentioned was the soft, smooth and slow mantra that she's got, because it was me and Alia did it. So Alia's based in Reading and she teaches a couple of classes a week. Mainly does Chen style actually, we'll do Chen style, but this was, so we just start here. And we're just going to go across. So this is a bit like the diagonal flying actually that we did earlier. And then there's a little turn. There's a little turn. So you feel the stretch and then you release the stretch. Bring the hands together. And then it's a gentle separation of the arms but not too far. Then you hold the ball. And then you just... you're on the other side. So I've got my right hand on top, my left hand underneath, and I'm in my right foot. So the hand that's on the top, that's the foot you're in. The hand that's on the top, that's the foot you're in. So now you transfer the weight, you turn the waist, and you just very, very gently, and there's this nice round shape. So palm down, palm up. So you're going to be palm down, palm up, and the hand is in front. If you look at it, that the hand's in front of the... That's it. Then you turn slightly, and then you pull back, hold the ball, and then you're on the other side. So this bit has got a lot more subtle. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, open, 3, close. 4, sink back. 5, hold the ball. 6, bring the ball in a bit, and then 7, put it on the other side. So you're basically getting from that side to that side. So if you just leave out all the middle stuff, you could just do that. And if I blink, I'll assume you've done the whole thing, you know? Actually, let's just do that. Just to see what that... So that's basically what we're doing, but with the scenic route, yeah? With the scenic. So let's just get that. So we transfer the weight and then whoosh the arms around. That's it. Transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. Now turn that way. Transfer the weight. Now turn. So we're doing, if I turn around, we're doing an outside tone. So just so you can see, so we were distinguishing between horizontal and vertical, horizontal. Now we're distinguishing between inside turn and outside turn. So inside turn is this is inside turn, inside, outside, 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 okay, inside, 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 outside, 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 keep your arms loose, outside, now turn, inside, 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 horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. It's a bit like the YMCA, isn't it? YMCA. Horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Brilliant. So it's, you know, then we've got forwards, backwards, palm down, palm up. You know, all things like that, which you can get distracted so easily in this art. Like, seriously easy. And then your teacher will be doing, like for example, when we do flying birds, and the fingers point forwards, palm to the side. Fingers point forward, palm to the side. But you can end up doing that, you can end up doing that, you can end up doing all sorts of strange shapes, because you're just not... It's a bit like you've got a concentration, has to go right to the end of your fingertips, and then you can feel what you're doing, and then eventually it becomes almost automatic, because then you can feel when your palms are up and your fingers are forward, or your fingers are pointing that way, or your fingers are pointing, because you can feel it, so you don't need to think about it. So it's about improving your kinesthetic awareness to a level where if your teacher says do that, then you can just go straight and do it, because you know what the feeling is. So it's, yeah, you want to approach it from the inside out. Yeah. Oh, we left out, I think we left out that one, didn't we? Yeah. Alright, let's do that one. We just transfer the weight and raise the heel. So the white tape offers fruit. I knew there was something. That's it. Yeah, we did almost all of them apart from this one. The white ape offers fruit. Did I tell you the story about the legend of the white ape? Or was that must have been the other group. Must have been the other group, but yeah, I found this amazing story on the interweb, and then I used it as part of my rehabilitation training. We had to tell a story that was related to Tai Chi to the rest of the group, and just to kind of... so basically I nicked, because I couldn't think of any stories of my own. You know, it's a bit like if I can make a few songs, but I tend to sing folk songs, traditional folk songs that I kind of reinterpret. But there's this amazing story about a white ape who has to go to a celestial peach grove to try and steal a peach for his mum, and it's a really good story, but I'll tell it some other time, so you'll have to come back and hear the story. Right, so we've finally done all 12 movements. Fantastic. Right, let's get back to doing this other one. Now we've had a bit of a... We'll start with a... so we're like this, we turn, close, then we sit back, hold the ball, sink, palm up, palm down, that's it. So palm up, that's it, palm down, there you go, and then you keep the hand where it is and feel this opening, and you close. Sink back. The way Eva did this on Saturday was a lot more subtle, actually. A lot more subtle. So it's best to not move your arms around too much when you're doing this. You want to keep them contained, because if you start doing this stuff, you won't know where your arms are. So this is then, I know my right hand is on top and my left hand is underneath. I know where they are. I can feel where they are. Notice what that feels like. And you're in the hand that's high, that's the foot you're in. The hand that's high, that's the foot you're in. So if I turn around, I'm now on my left foot. Now you transfer the weight. Now you're in your right foot. Stay in the right foot, open a little, close, stay in the right foot. Go to the left foot a little bit. hold the ball, go to the right foot and turn. Doing the outside turn. Then this bit's changed a bit, that last bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's nice and tall. So eventually, what that? Oh gosh, right. We're gonna have to stop soon. But just have a. We'll give this a bash. So you step. Part of the wild horses made. Just watch for now. So we do it, but in a framework of stepping, and then you just sink the weight back so that opens, and then you can come forward. So that last stage is a lot more subtle than what I was doing before. It's kind of really got much more. There we go. And then we're just like this. Right, let's go, if we all go that end, we'll go for a little walk. So, we won't do too many repetitions of this because otherwise we'll be hit. We'll just do it 6 times and then we better stop. Ready and begin. 1. So these things kind of evolve. These things evolve over time. So I slightly come back, I turn the foot out slightly. I mean, when Carell was doing it, he was doing something different, but it had been so long since he'd done my takeoff as fruit, he'd actually forgotten it. So we all had to follow Eva instead. It's very funny. So we'll have a look at detail later. Just wing it, you know, it's okay. It's not the be all and end all if you haven't quite got it yet. This is kind of complicated. It's not, I mean, each individual move's not complicated, but the combination of the movements and getting them right. So, very good. Okay, come round into a circle.
Work in progress.
Work in progress, yeah, definitely work in progress. I mean, you know, like the version that I did on Saturday was a lot different. The version that I did with them that I've been practicing, I think there was a lot of beginners there, and they were really exaggerating all the moves. So you go there, then you go there, then you go there, then you go there, then you go there, you go. There we are, that's the movement. But actually that's not the movement, that's just a way in. It's a lot more nifty. It's nifty-fied. It was the nifty-fied version, you know. And let's just for fun have a. So, vertical, horizontal, 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 vertical, horizontal. We're getting there, aren't we? We'll just keep plugging away at that one, just because once we're whirling around, it will be really cool. But I've only just started trying to work it out, so if we all work it out together, then maybe do a video and put it on TikTok and send it back to them and say, hey, look what we did. So sink back and down. And we're just going to feel the waist. So yeah, it's a lot about sensory awareness. On Saturday we seem to be doing that a lot. Feel what's going on. What do you feel under your feet? What can you feel your arms doing? What does it feel like? And I'm like, what are you sensing? What can you hear? There were lots of birds, and they've got an award-winning garden thing. They do this. It's a bit like the art thing when people have an open art house. They have an open garden, and yeah, it's really, really good. Really good. Okay. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. And then we'll look super young today. Rub the hands together. Polishing the face. Oh, marvellous. I'll rub the hands together. And give the lower back a rub. Oh, do you know that's the best bit next to the tea break, isn't it? Do you know? I love it. Fantastic. So, nice and relaxed. And here we go again. So just, yeah, notice what you're sensing, even right to the end of the session. And stand. Yeah, so apologies for the delay due to roadworks everywhere, but we got there, didn't we? We got there. Okay, we'll carry on with the same kind of stuff next week. Well done, everybody, and bow. Really good, really nice quality improvement. Much improvement, yeah.
Good.
Really good, well done.
So next week's okay?
Next week's all fine, yeah. The only ones we don't do is when it's the bank holidays.
Right.
Like the Easter Mondays and the May Day bank holidays. Everything brilliant. See you later. Good job.
Couldn't be some